Okay, guys, welcome to day 15. Now, today I titled my video and post "The Old Dog's New Tricks," and the old dog being eBay, and the new tricks. Well, a lot of new things have gone on with eBay since I made my initial business ventures into eBay. I said, I think at the beginning of my video series that eBay was the only thing I've ever made money on the internet with, and consistently, and that was it never went to up to $1,000 a month, but I used to make a couple $100 a month just by posting one or two auctions every day. And here's what I did. I would take ebooks or anything digital. It was all about putting together a package of different ebooks, different lists, different anything you could imagine that's available to be sold in a Word document, like information or an ebook, or even pictures or music. These are all things you can sell digitally. But what I did is I took information based on success, business, personal finance. I ended up finding a good category of credit repair, um, self improvement stuff, stock market, and forex trading, and all these different things. I found all sorts of little books that I was able to purchase or acquire the resale rights for. We talked earlier about resale rights in the first week. Now that's what I did. I bought a few books, had a few from the free domain, from the public domain, that I was able to distribute and sell. And what I would do is I would sell those, put them in a package, write up a listing, and I would sell that on an auction for about, I think I put it for about $12.95 was my auction starting. And then if someone wanted to buy it right away instead of waiting for the end of the auction, I would always do 7-day auctions. And then instead of waiting to the end of the auction, they could pay $25, pay double, and they'd get it today. And surprisingly, a lot of people would do that. So I would do and one of them would be like business in a box. I'd have a business planning kit. I did a credit repair kit. I did a package on time management. I had a package on quote of the day and book of the week type of lists of things to read and what books to look at. I was starting to do one on interviews, but I never got that off the ground. Then I did more packages and series on different books based on certain themes. One was mentality and success, marketing and sales. There was a personal finance series I did, small business operations type of thing where I would provide business plans and business planning documents and time management things and all that type of stuff. Um, the only other one I did was kind of like an internet guru type of thing. I had bought a bunch of ebooks to learn how to do internet marketing, and I just kind of packaged them and sold them. I didn't really read a lot of those ones, but the rest were ones I was very attached to. Things I had gone through them, picked what I thought was valuable and what wasn't. I kind of sorted through all the crap and got really good gems into those packages, and I would repeatedly sell those, and I'd usually get about 1 to 2 purchases every day at $12 to $25, and every month it'd be three, four, five, six, $700, and I'd usually profit about $300, $400 after paying all my listing fees and stuff like that. Now, I went on eBay today with the intent of starting to get that old business back up off the ground that I stopped doing. Now, what I found out was, ironically enough, eBay no longer allows you to sell goods that are digitally distributed. Nothing that's downloadable. They only allow you to sell hard goods, stuff that you'll stick in the mailbox and ship over to someone. Now, that policy started March 31st. When did I start this? 365 challenge? Well, the next day, April 1st. So the day before I started this desire and this challenge for online money making, the only thing I've ever done before is no longer allowed to be done. So that really gave me the theme for today is timing. I did make a good little mini fortune online with that, not doing much at all. It would take me 20 minutes a day, and it was decent amount of money for what I was doing, and it was only growing. It was continued to grow. Now, I ended up getting my account turned off when I was doing that for I had books I was allowed to give away, but I wasn't allowed to sell them. So what I would do is I would sell the package and I would add these other books as free bonuses. So if you buy my package, I will throw in these free ebooks that were more popular books. Now, one of the owners of like the copyright holders of those books, I was allowed to do what I was doing. I wasn't breaking any eBay rules, any copyright violations, nothing. I was doing it all properly. But what I had done is I'd used the name of those authors and the name of those books in my post titles and in different posts. And what they had now done was say, okay, that's a trademark. You're now infringing on a trademark by using the name of this book. So now I was supposed to, I'm allowed to give it away, but only if I don't tell you what it is. I was trying to write off the more popular books and make sure that was in my post because a lot of the times people would buy my package simply to get the free bonus. And that's fine. That's what I was doing. That was the intent. But after doing that for the better part of a year, I kept getting my listings taken down, so I decided to take a break from that and look into. I was gonna start writing my own books or re-filtering the packages I had, and I ended up starting a new business at that point. And that kind of just laid to rest there. But really, it was about timing. I just find it so funny how the only thing I've ever made money on the day before I start this, that's no longer an option. And timing is really there. So what I did was I came up with a few little quotes for you guys on timing. Now I'm still gonna pursue this eBay thing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all these ebooks onto a CD and mail that CD. And now I'm nailing a physical product. I looked online. That's what everyone's transitioned into. It's unfortunate they've had to do that because this was, a valuable resource. I used to go on eBay and download all sorts of ebooks and purchase them just for myself for personal reading. So it's a shame that they're no longer allowing that. So when I do find someone else, because when eBay said no, someone else is definitely picking up the slack. There's going to be an available place to distribute those downloadable auctions and stuff. But I'm going to have to search a little bit harder to get that. No, the theme again was timing, and I came up with, found a couple good quotes that I liked. The first one, it just says, by Stacy Charter. It says, "Life is all about timing. The unreachable becomes reachable. The unavailable becomes available. The unattainable attainable. Have the patience, wait it out. It's all about timing." So what that says to me is what I try to exp- the concept I try to push to everybody is that just just do it. Everything can become reachable, available, and attainable. It's always a way to get done what you want to get done. Now, sometimes there's a time for planting the seeds, there's a time for tending the crops, and there's a time for harvesting. Everything has its seasons, right? So you want to consider that is now the time for to do this. But I want to take this other quote that almost contradicts that because it's important to have that in your mind. The other quote is by a man named Gary Ryan Blair, and he's a motivational speaker and an author. And his quote says, "You cannot afford to wait for the perfect conditions. Goal setting is often a matter of balancing timing against available resources. Opportunities are easily lost while waiting for the perfect conditions." Now, this is something interesting because things contradict themselves and contradict each other a lot. And what I learned a long time ago in your belief system is we all operate from our beliefs, and if you believe two contradicting things, you're going to have a struggle in moving forward. So if you are all told, he who hesitates is lost, you're going to want to jump into things. If you believe, if you've heard the other quote that uh, I can't remember for the life of me, but about jumping in head first, there's two contradicting opinions there. So you really want to find out what fits why and really delve into the reasons behind that. The last thing I have is a great quote I've heard before, and this is something to tell yourself or tell other people. When would now be a good time to get started? That's it.